So you're looking for the best laptop on Black Friday to snag a deal and get a computer for your graphic design needs. Well, the first thing I want to say is don't be deceived by price over performance. You want to make sure that your computer has the performance necessary to handle your graphic design needs. This video is sponsored by Computer Upgrade Kings. They've hooked me up with a laptop that is well equipped for your graphic design needs and has a great deal coming up on Black Friday. So you're going to want to check this out. I'm going to use this computer as kind of a baseline for what you should be looking for in a graphic design computer. And if these things sound good to you, you can avoid all the lines, you can avoid all the chaos, and you can just head on over to Computer Upgrade King and snag this computer. In the description below, you can grab the link to this computer, and I do have a discount code specifically for Black Friday to get you a good deal on this computer. All right, let's jump into the content on how you can pick a good computer for graphic design on Black Friday. The first thing I want to talk about is usability. So when you're looking at a computer, does it have the ports necessary for you to handle your day-to-day tasks as a graphic designer? For me, I shoot a lot of pictures, a lot of video, and I share a lot of files via thumb drives. I also use an external monitor, so I have to have an HDMI port on the side of my computer to hook into that monitor. This computer comes equipped with the mini display port, HDMI, USB-C, 3 USB 3.0 slots, a network jack, headphones, mic jack, and a SD card slot. So this computer here from Computer Upgrade Kings has the proper ports in order for graphic designers to be efficient at what they do. Now, do you want to get a computer that has a thicker bezel or a thinner bezel? You got to think about it. Are you going to be somebody who's traveling around a lot? Are you going to be somebody who's on the go who needs a light laptop? Now, if you get a lighter laptop and you're looking for maybe a budget computer, it's going to be a little less performance. Now, if you want a thin laptop with a great amount of performance, say something like the Dell XPS 15, it's going to cost you a pretty penny. It's going to be far more expensive to get the performance that you need with the thin bezel you're looking for. Just as a comparison, I'll hold these two up here so you can see the thickness difference. This computer weighs in around $1,000 or less. This computer here, the Dell XPS 15, I have the 9560 version, is going to be about $2,300. So just so you can kind of understand the cost differential. The next thing I want to talk about is performance. So what do you need for a great graphic design computer? Well, I always recommend 16 gigs of RAM, a solid state hard drive, a i7 computer processing unit, CPU, and a GPU of at least a GTX 1050 or around there. So if you get, a 960, you get maybe the Radeon 560 or something along those lines, you're going to be in good hands. It's when you dip down too low into some of the Intel graphics processing units that you start to get some bad performance and your computer doesn't process colors, graphics, and export times as well, say out of Premiere Pro, when you're rendering videos, if you're going to be doing that as a graphic designer, doing motion design, you got to think about all the things you could be doing and make sure you don't get a computer that limits your abilities. It is really important to consider the work that you will be doing in the future, being that graphic design is moving more and more towards the digital stage. I'm finding every day I'm doing more video editing, I'm doing some motion design, I'm doing heavy Photoshop lifting, and that takes a processor and a GPU combination that has more power. And so those are good benchmarks as far as getting a computer that is well equipped in the performance aspects of graphic design. Now, another question I see a lot is the screen quality. What is a good screen to get for graphic design? Is a 4K better than an HD? Is TN panel or IPS better? What do you do? Well, both of the computers that I have here have IPS screens. Now, the benefit to an IPS screen is it's going to have richer colors, it's going to have sharper edges, the colors aren't going to look as mushy, but it's going to be a little bit slower of a screen, so if you're doing video editing or whatever, it's maybe have a tiny bit of lag time, and it's going to suck more battery from your battery. Whereas with the TN panel, the colors aren't as great, but you're going to have better battery life and it's going to be quicker response times. So it's something you really have to consider when deciding on a IPS versus a TN panel screen. If you're curious about the exact models and different TN panel screens, I've made a whole video about that, and you can check that out in the YouTube cards above or the description below if you're interested. Now, if you want to check the computer you already have or maybe one you're looking at, you can go to notebookcheck.net and you can check that out. But hang on here for this video. We're working our way through the content. The last thing I want to talk about is build quality. So how important is build quality to you? Like I said, this computer is around $1,000 or less to get you in the door. where this computer sits at around anywhere from $1,800 to $2,800 depending on the performance and the options that you get. Now, this build quality is going to be far better. It's got all aluminum exterior. It's got a carbon fiber key deck inside, right there. And so with that, you're going to have a far more durable, far more rugged computer. This computer, they've chosen great materials, but it is not of that caliber. So something you have to think about when you're going out to get a computer this Black Friday. Now, like I said, don't even waste your time. Don't fuss with the rush. You can go to Computer Upgrade Kings right now with the link below. Grab the discount code. Get this computer for under $1,000 for the performance of this computer. The only difference between these two computers is this computer here has a faster processor as well as a faster graphics processing unit. And this computer has faster RAM. And so these are some things you have to consider. What are you looking for? Got some options before you. I'd like to thank Computer Upgrade Kings for sponsoring this video, giving you the information you need to make a good buying decision this Black Friday. Maybe head on over there right now, avoid the line, don't even mess with all that craziness at 2 in the morning, and just go get a good performing computer at a good price. I'm Benji Kaiser of BenjiKaiser.com. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you here on the next episode.